Hello, welcome back to another episode of Time Capsule, Totally Random. I'm your host Jason, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Kind of like a little thing I imagined myself, made up myself, however you want to say that. It doesn't make sense, but you know what I'm talking about. So this is a little game show that my boys and then my wife off to the sidelines is going to play. This is stuff that I grew up with in the 80s. Some of it might not be from the 80s, but I wasn't sure what came first. I was always like curious as a kid, and there really wasn't a lot of ways to find out. Now you can just Google anything, but I didn't let the kids know any of this ahead of time. My wife's not sure what I was searching up either. There's always things that are like competing brands or, you know, toy lines, like who inspired who's maybe stole ideas off the other ones. And I'll be showing them like as vintage of the pictures as I can. I'll pop those up too so you guys can see what I'm showing them. And then I'll let you know, and them, which one came first. Who inspired who made who, if you will. Alright, and then here's my contestants. Alright, so here's my contestants, and if I forgot to mention, if you guess the year that whichever one came first, you get bonus point. Okay, so and like I said, my wife's gonna be playing. If it takes too long, I'll cut out parts of me and have to get up to show her the pictures and stuff. So it is the Whopper or the Big Mac. I was always curious. So here's a vintage picture of the Whopper, and there's a vintage picture of the Big Mac. Okay.
I don't know.
So we're gonna show Amber. Like obviously, you're gonna need to see the picture, but who wants to go first? Who's guessing?
I think it's the Big Mac.
So you think the Big Mac was first?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think probably the Whopper.
So the Colton says Whopper.
Big Mac.
Big Mac. Okay.
Mom's like looking.
So I'm gonna put this. All right. So Colton guessed the Whopper, right? So in 1957, Burger King changed the game with the introduction of the Whopper sandwich, which is their iconic sandwich. McDonald's in 1967 launched the Big Mac.
Oh, we was wrong.
So, yeah. Yeah, so that's what that is. I always liked Barbarians, like He-Man inspired things from my childhood. So this one is Thundar the Barbarian, or Conan the Barbarian, sometimes known as, this cartoon is known as Conan the Adventurer. Which property was launched first? So here's a picture of Thundar, and then there's Conan. This one's called the Adventurer, but
I'll see them again.
okay, Conan, Thundar.
Okay. I think Conan.
Conan came first.
I think Thundar.
You think Thundar?
I think Thundar.
Does anybody want to guess whichever one they thought came first, what year?
I have not a clue.
No clue? Oh. Okay, so Thundar the Barbarian launched in October 4th of 1980. Cartoon series. That was the first viewing of that property. That Conan the Adventurer cartoon came out in 1992.
Are you kidding me?
Listen.
I don't.
Listen. However, Conan the Barbarian's first appearance was 1932. See, that was what I said. Sometimes they're kind of trick questions.
Oh, I'm doing awesome.
So Christian, you got that one right. Okay. Yes. But, yeah. All right, we'll move on to the next one. These are two candies that you can find nowadays that I always was like, well, they're very similar, like which one came first. And the box I'm showing might not be like what it's always packaged in. Sometimes they're packaged in different packages, but they're very similar. So it is Spree and Sweet Tarts. You think it's Sweet Tarts? There's only one T. So Spree looks like this. It also comes in a roll. and then Sweet Tarts look like that. That's the vintage packages.
Go back. I want to see. Okay. I think it's Spree.
Spree.
I do too.
Spree.
Sweet Tarts.
Sweet Tarts. Alright, so Sweet Tarts, or Sweet Tarts, however you want to say that, was from Sunline Inc. in 1962. That's when that came out. Spree candy was first introduced in the mid-60s, so around, it doesn't have exact year, so 65-ish. So it would be Sweet Tarts would be the one that came first.
Yay.
Alright, it's a tie game, so we're going to move on to the next question. Now these, I always thought were similar because it took 2 or 5 sets of robots that merged into one big robot. We have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Megazord, or Voltron, made up of 5 like lion-type cats. So which one came first?
I think it's the Megazord.
So the Megazord came
Is it
first.
The one with all like the 5 of the things.
It's 5 dinosaurs, the Megazord.
Okay.
The 5 lions is Voltron.
That's what I think.
Voltron.
Voltron?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers? Okay. Voltron first aired in 1984, September 10th, 2 days after my birthday in 1984. Okay? And Power Rangers, don't throw no fits, was August 28th of 1993.
Oh, I forgot the last one. What was it? So did I win?
Voltron was 84.
Okay.
Now, however, Voltron was inspired by Beast King Go Lion in Japan, and that was in 19... And the Power Rangers were inspired by Super Sentai in 1977. So technically, it wasn't Power Rangers, and the other one wasn't Voltron. So I'll give everybody a point in that one. It's kind of confusing.
Yes.
Now this one is 2 cartoons from when I was a kid. Ghostbusters. You have the Filmation's Ghostbusters, and you have the real Ghostbusters. So which one is actually the real Ghostbusters? So I'm going to show you the pictures. And remember, this might not be the first time these properties were saw. So there's Ghostbusters. That's Filmation.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real Ghostbusters. Okay. So what's your answers?
Ghostbusters, just regular.
The Filmation Ghostbusters or the real Ghostbusters?
The Filmation.
Filmation, okay.
I think the real Ghostbusters.
The real Ghostbusters, because there's real in it?
Yeah.
What about you, Amber?
Filmation.
Filmation? That Ghostbusters cartoon, the Filmation Ghostbusters cartoon, was 1986. Okay. The real Ghostbusters cartoon was also 1986.
Oh, so what?
So the tiebreaker comes down to the original property when it was made. The real Ghostbusters was based off of the movie in 1984, so 2 years previous. However, the Filmation Ghostbusters was based off a 1975 live-action show off of CBS. So Filmation Ghostbusters is the one that inspired the other one.
Yeah.
Is Pepsi and Coke.
Oh.
So Pepsi and Coke. So I'll show you a picture of what the cans looked like when I was a kid. Pepsi and Coke. So see it?
I think I know it.
Okay.
I think Coke got inspired by Pepsi. So
I think that Pepsi was first also.
So you think Coke,
I think Pepsi.
Pepsi and Pepsi, okay.
Coke.
Coke.
Coke, okay. So Pepsi is a carbonated soft drink manufactured by PepsiCo, originally created and developed in 1893 by Caleb Bradham and introduced as
Wow.
Brad's Drink.
Yeah.
It was renamed as Pepsi Cola in 1898 and then shortened to Pepsi in 1961.
So it's 1893.
1893. Okay, Coca. The first product that was given the world its best known taste was born in Atlanta, Georgia on May 1886 by Dr. John Stith Pemberton, a local pharmacist. Produced the syrup for Coca-Cola and carried a jug to the new product down the street to Jacob's Pharmacy.
No.
So Pepsi was first. Few space odysseys, space operas, whatever you want to call them. 70s, 80s type space science fiction movies. Flash Gordon and Star Wars. So you got Flash Gordon. You got Star Wars. Okay.
I think this.
So what's your guess?
I think Star Wars.
Star Wars?
I think that the other one.
Flash Gordon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon.
I don't know.
Alright. So, the movie Flash Gordon was made in 1980. The Star Wars movie was May 25th of 1977.
Yes.
However,
Two.
Flash Gordon first appeared in 1934. So the right answer is Flash Gordon.
That doesn't make sense because
Yeah.
if it was made in.
The movie was not the first time that was appeared. Remember I said some of these, that is not the first time it's appeared. Remember I've said that.
Well, then I would have guessed Flash Gordon. So okay, whatever.
Alright, so Amber and Colton got it correct.
And we're all tied.
It's all tied up. Transforming robots. Kind of like the other category, but these were popular in the 80s, still are popular today. Transformers is the first one. The next one is Gobots. So who copied who?
Gobots.
So Transformers, Gobots. Okay.
Oh, the Gobots.
Transformers. It was a copy. I think they copied.
You think Transformer copied, so Gobots was first?
Well, actually, no.
So Transformers was first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Transformers was first.
Transformers was first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think GoBots was first.
Alright, let's find out.
Mom.
Transformers franchise started in 1984 with the toy line. Okay? This was 1984. And then Gobots came out a year before in 1983.
What?
I should have stuck with the first guess.
However, the Transformers kind of were inspired in 1980 by a Japanese company, Takara Toys. That's where they got the toys from, transforming toys. So, since it's kind of a trick question again, kind of like the Power Rangers Voltron one, I'll give points to everybody on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is to me was like iconic as a kid, was juice pouches.
Oh, those.
So there's Capri Sun and Kool-Aid Jammers. So, which one came first? Capri Sun juice pouches or Kool-Aid Jammer juice pouches?
There's 3.
No, Capri Sun
Oh.
juice pouches
I think.
or Kool-Aid Jammers juice pouches.
I don't know. See that.
I think Capri Sun.
Capri Sun, okay.
Kool-Aid Jammers.
Kool-Aid Jammers,
Capri Sun.
Capri Sun. All right.
Better not be wrong.
The U.S. launch of Capri Sun was 1982. Okay. Capri Sun, the first time the juice pouches were made was 1969. However,
Oh, yes.
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid made their juice pouches in 1953.
What?
So the answer is Kool-Aid.
I remember seeing. I don't remember seeing the Kool-Aid jammers
Incorrect.
till actually like 10 years ago.
No, it says right here, in 1953, General Foods, now Kraft Heinz, bought Kool-Aid and started marketing the drink The Kool-Aid Man, expanding the Kool-Aid product line into things like Kool-Aid jammers, drink pouches, and ice cream bars, and adding different flavors. So it came out about 10 years prior to the other one, to the Capri Sun juice pouches, according to that. And that is off of, I think it's their like actual like website. Okay. All right. So this could be, a tie. It could be. We'll find out. This is two more swords and sorcery, sci-fi meets fantasy type cartoons. Black Star or He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. They're both cartoons that I remember as a kid in the 80s, and toy lines also. The bad guy and the good guy, there's twin hats of the power sword, they're fighting for it. They both had like power sword type things. So
I think it is He-Man came first.
He-Man came first, okay.
Black Star.
Black Star came first,
I'm gonna go with Black Star.
okay.
If I'm
We'll
missing
see.
shot,
All right, the premiere episode aired in September 12th of 1981, and the entire series' original run lasted until December of that year
for what? Which one?
for Black Star. Okay. He-Man's first appearance was... Gotta find it. December of 81.
So who
September of 81 becomes before December of 81.
So,
And that was a mini comic. So the mini comic for He-Man was, 3 months later after Black Star. And the cartoon series of Black Star came out 2 years previous to He-Man. Then they reran Black Star because of He-Man's popularity 2 years later.
So Black Star.
Black Star's the answer.
Yay!
I'm first, I think.
All right, so we have our little game show for fun. We got Colton with 7 points, 7 right answers. It's pretty good. Some of them were give-me's, 2 were give-me's, and 6 right answers for Amber and 5 right answers for Christian. Now, most of this was purely guess and obviously just for fun. So, like Google obviously makes everything a lot easier nowadays, but it's kind of fun to have somebody else do something like this, and then you have to go off your memory, like, what did I remember seeing first? It might not be the first time you saw that character, or that show or that TV thing. Maybe something decades before, like Flash Gordon. That was 50 years prior. Who would have knew? Unless you're a nerd kind of like me. But anyways, if you enjoyed this, there'll be plenty more videos. Leave any comments down below if maybe you thought it was a different answer, or maybe you have different information than I do that maybe Google was wrong. So maybe somebody else actually was the winner in this show. But until next time, have a good night and take care.